Hello and welcome back to the return of the Obra Dinn, a game by Lucas Pope, the creator of Papers, Please. Last time I managed to get 45 out of the 60 deductions I need to complete the game, and I think the final few may require me to complete the last, so we're going to be continuing right where we left off. Right where we left off. The identity of this person is a pretty big deal. Not entirely sure who he's supposed to be. Good news is most of these people have been identified. A few, however, we still have a ways. However, since the last three were the women and the doctor... Yeah, the surgeon. Yeah. Looks like we have at least three people confirmed to still be alive, at least. I think I should probably continue under the assumption that all these names are incorrect. Alright, I'm pretty sure I have their fates correct. I'm just not 100% sure as to... Yeah, a few of these were a bit tricky because I wasn't sure if the corpse of that monster counted as just being cargo that crushed him, or if the monster... Most of these guys classified. I guess I should continue under the assumption that all... 6 memories. First memory... It says we're not coming back, and yet I'm pretty sure the key to this, because the bargain chapter is still... Right, there's still a level below this. Lazarus in here somewhere. Obviously, I'm meant to go in here. Something important that I can't. You guys said we're not coming back, so I need to solve what I can. This is not a major issue, but this does basically mean I need to... I might need to shuffle a few names until I get a hit. I don't need it for most, but... This guy's the weird one. fourth mate, I am pretty confident as to their identity. Oh, no, he is correct. Sure, that's him. Identity of the guy in the weird hat is the main thing that's throwing me off. I need to solve who he is in order, specifically in order to figure out who's cargo. Spot. No, he can't be the gun's mate. Yeah, because when yeah, the set is torn apart by a purser. I should glossary here. Purser again. Administrative official accounts for cargo value, transaction, small item store. The crew. So I'm not. Part of me wants to just Google it to see what they might look like. Well, what the general Then again, not everyone's wearing an outfit that would be entirely... Again, the outfits have mostly been... And again... Ah! Had the feeling. Well done, 3 more fates correct. Which 3 is it this time? Okay, so that is the gunner's mate. Okay, terrible. 5, 46, 47, 48. By extension, this is actually a very big one, because now that we've positively identified Olus here, this also means the person he killed we can properly identify. Let's see here. Chapter. Alright, now that we have that name in here, we can start getting these around. So that this guy's escaped and are alive in Africa. Possibly the only 4 people to come out of this ship alive. But everyone else had a pretty horrible time. Yeah, this one's gonna be the big one. Although granted, I'm pretty sure unknown to leave the ship and... Yeah. One of these guys has to be French, so... Oh, I have everyone from the Doom chapter selected. Oh, except for the extras. Alright, so one of these guys is the Balsoon's mate. I'm pretty sure it's I guess I have to work assuming all these names are wrong. Escape. Yeah, where's my friend? The squid's gone and your it's torn apart. It's just dead. How did you... James. Apparently that's not him. Alright, well, we're ever closer to the end. This guy's a topman. So, let's see here. There's only 2 left, actually. His outfit doesn't look much, so I don't think he's the, So I don't think it's the Balsoon. It's too dumb. This has to be a topman because we saw him in the, dealing with the rafts and the boards and masts, so but these others would be a bit difficult. Let's have to steward because they're out. Yeah. Outfit's similar. Any of these guys could be the steward. Next to the go back up to the surface for this one. Let's see. See the attack of the monsters again. See if I can accent.
Oi, you still breathing? Can you roll? Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake!
I guess he could be Ireland. Oh, he wasn't speared, he was knifed by... I think this might have been what was causing me problems. I kept thinking it was the mermaids, but no. Here we are. Well done. 3 more fates correct. Yep, I got it. I see, I wasn't looking close enough. I didn't realize it was killed by Sing. Here we go. It's alive in Africa. 9, 50, 51. That is more deductions. I was worried they might not still be able to teach me things, but yeah, even just listening to their accent causes a lot of problems. Now that all the other stewards, this means this has to be him. He has to be the ship's steward. Christian soldiers of the sea. Here. Might be that he was speared by a terrible... Let's go take another look then. And looks like, yeah. I solved all the fates and... Good. Alright, now I need to go all the way to the side there. Won't get a very good look at those monsters, but I don't need to this time. I must not have been paying close enough attention. That would make sense. As mentioned, I was a bit more focused on trying to figure out the monsters. Yeah, we can't be getting the corpses that were here. It's at the sea. It's a rat.
Secure the hold! Someone shoot the damn thing!
Barely get a look, but I think that was indeed a spear. This monster perished simultaneously with a brave but unfortunate soul. Yeah, the ship's carpenter went out like a badass at least. The monster killed him, but not without before the carpenter managed to shoot him in the face. I think was throwing him off as he was technically speared and not spiked, so I can change it back to spiked if this isn't working though. But I guess that's a bit tricky. We only have a handful of these left, so the good news is I should be able to just change them around and see what. You're right, but here was a seaman. Alright, actually, we can cross one off this tier. That was most likely not since. Has to be one of these people that went missing, and there was 7, but we've only gotten 2 left who haven't been identified. But this guy doesn't look like he falls under the French identifier, so. Loose cargo. Loose cargo was just an accident they came into immediately after port. I guess this should have been a good sign that the whole thing was screwed from the get-go, since not only did the poor sap on the bottom get crushed by it, but so did the stowaway that was hiding in one of the barrels that fell. Bitter cold as just 2 people got sick and died. Perhaps another thing to. Well, the murder is when things really start getting bad, and the calling. Apparently, the calling seems to imply that the second mate and the others apparently intended to steal whatever that shell was from the start. Expect this day to come in my Tell you the ship's strange tale. Regrettably failing out this allowed me to produce only a basic outline. Your presence is critical. I leave the discovery its fate and complete. Next few pages will seem bewildering. All makes sense in time. Use the pocket watch to determine the identity and fate. Each chapter accurately. Return guaranteed post. Bargain chapter or I possess details within, but I've elected to keep it private for now. Henry Evans. Yeah. Yeah, this explains it. Henry Evans was on the ship. He escaped because he's in Morocco. That's how we know that when they escaped, they made it all the way. I can't believe I missed that. The answer to that was staring me in the face to begin with. I missed it. How typical of me, actually. Actually, this sounds pretty normal. And to solve at least a couple more mysteries here. Life of... Interestingly, the one I'm having one most trouble identifying is the, this gives one of the only two American crew members, it seems. Darn, if only I could tell the faint smell of hamburgers, that would have made it a lot easier. Guess I have to work under the... to be a topman. He's not... I don't think it's... There's only two options for topman, because remember, when the one guy got electrocuted, this was one of the men on top of there, and the seamen don't typically work up there. So he has to be a topman. With that in mind, I'm curious as to how he's not accounted. Strictly speaking, I could work under the assumption that I'm wrong on all ones that currently exist, so I need to shuffle around the names under and as much as I possibly can. The captain, the mates all have those tricorn hats, so it's safe to say we can cross those off the possibility that Martin, anyone except this guy. You guys are all in steward outfits, so these have to be stewards, one way or another. Show members on the deck map. Oh yeah, he's the one that was speared there. Big comp. This is right. Yeah, he wasn't one of the people talking. He was just trying to escape in the back, but I guess the other one saw. I guess the monster saw him trying to escape and decided, oh no, you don't, buddy. You ain't getting out of here. Doom's when the most people were killed. Deck map. Actually, he might very well be a topman since he's pretty much entirely up here. Though this was during the... But only one of these two has to be the... To be a steward, but there's only two of them, and he can't be the captain's steward because we know for a fact that Philip Dahl is a steward. Question of his fate, because apparently whatever happened to him was in the lazarette, which is incidentally where those monsters were heading. It's interesting that the crew decided to keep the mermaid corpses in the ship, and that's also around the time the strange crab monsters came aboard. Ah, did I do it? And I figured the four people firing were seamen, so it felt a bit weird that one of them would be higher ranked. Was drowned by a terrible beast. Spiked by... And yeah, that was the Bonsoon's mate. 253-54. We are crossing these off the list. There's only a handful left. So this man is not the ship's steward. As you can see, we only have precisely one set left. Deck map. Up. So it could be an all hands on deck situation. But in that case, I will be honest and say there's a decent amount of guesswork I've had to make here, but this I guess this isn't Omen-gu. And is he? Steward, but that would make it a bit odd. Alright, so I have to continue under the assumption that all of these are wrong, and I have to rotate them around. This guy has to be a steward. Go back down real quick and double check, but the other side. Alright, let's double check and see who Dahl, if that's true.
Keep pressure here. Keep him down. What madness is this?
Now, what madness is this? 20 years my steward, never doubt our sanity. Explain yourself.
20 years my steward, and never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself. Those are ghastly beasts carrying a curse. Throw them back, your doom home. Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. My senses.
Yeah, he's even wearing the captain's... Guess he has to be the ship's mate. Ship's steward, I mean. Stewards all wear those special uniforms. It's a carpenter's mate. So this was the one who smelled distinctly of hamburgers.
fine, John. I didn't
Any
waste my
longer than
time.
you'd expect, I suppose.
Here's the rest of the day.
Oh, that was unnamed holes that was filled and then bled out. I assume that's the surgeon's. Yeah, the surgeon, ship's repair. I'll assume we're extremely close to the end now. I have to be close to the end now, but like he's basically starting to reach the end. This is correct. It's to be a steward. He's in the steward's uniform. One left since for a fact, he's not Philip Dahl. All right, so this is gonna be very, very tricky. To end, steward vanished. Something happened in the and somehow surgeon knows about it. In fact, the surgeon here is very much the person who sent us on this expedition in the first place. Hi. Here we are. I knew I was missing someone, and that made this a lot easier. Well done. 2 more fates correct. That's fair. But only 2? Only 2? Interesting. 2, 6, 7. This is 45. Interesting. Why did 2 more fates? So first things first, how many names are left? Not that many. But yeah, we can't get any more sets of 3, for better or for worse, because Philip Dahl has no known fate. Martin Perra has no known fate. Which means I think this is as far as we can go. Solve all these for artist. Uh, yeah, it's down here. I can't get a set of 3 anymore. A 2, correct, but I'm not it's on the list. Actually on, but I can't. It's down to that I can do 2 at a time. I think this just by a quick guess and check here. 2 unknown. And it's appeared to I actually feel about these guys being correct, but because remember, seen at top and this guy is wearing a steward. Whatever it is, whatever's in this last, the bargain area, that's what's going to allow our final deductions.
All done? We should go. Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back. If you've still business here, climb up and finish it. Else I'll make to port.
These are taken. This is taken, which means these 2 are the only that swap around. Take a look. Let's look at where he died then. Chin. Jared himself. Heck.
I've got you. Don't move. I'll get you down.
Explosive. Spikes, yeah. Tragic element. Again. Seven of eight. Once again. Battle. Ow. Just move more.
Secure the hold.
Might have hit him accidentally when it was trying to attack someone else. Okay, the body is mortem, so we need to. Yeah. Well, this guy actually had a very clever idea, attacking it from between the stairs. Accidentally activated it again. Something I'm missing here. Yeah, they vanished, so... Time he was set there for a long time. Set to his name, yes, but it didn't mark as complete, which means it might be wrong. Could be the ship's steward, but this at the same time, if that's the case, then why is this guy wearing the ship's steward and topman?
All done? We should go. Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back.
I think I can
If you've still business here, climb up and finish it. Else I'll make to port.
switch those two. Since it's apparently fine doing 2 at a time instead of 3, I'll mix those around, see if I can't get anything. I swear I have it. It's down, but if the name's... it's entirely possible something different happened. Wayward souls disappeared during the events of this chapter. It's not right. messing around with it. The ways that can be interpreted at the same time. Too many things. The last one was done 2 at a time. Yeah, they probably did 2 at a time so that these last 2 could also be done. Last 3 actually could be. Last 6 rather could be done 2 at a time. So for the C, I want the Doom. I might. Oh, that's right. I know what I can do. Seven memories. To memories, or rather, on the deck map. Soldier of the Sea got struck by saw. 6. Oh. Staying overboard. Yeah, we saw he fell overboard. And obviously in this, with such little crew left and such... Yeah, he would have... there's no way they would have been able to save him in time. Even if he knew how to swim. It looks like he wasn't eaten, he fell overboard. There's not too many outside from Doom, but there's one I know how to access. These are staying open. Your mind. Okay, Helmsman, he was grabbed, so no doubt it tried to... I must say, this game's art style is absolutely incredible. Basically a bunch of still images you can interact with at will, but dang. This one as well. See if we can get any that's a pig. Pigs here are all down. Oh, I bet it wants me to say from the beginning. Down the stairs. Either those or he was eaten by the... But I don't know how else to put it. Sure he's not the ship's steward. This guy's the steward. Yeah, the blood that was spurting from him means that whatever was came from behind. Spiked him from... Try to, but I'm not sure what's the... right, which could... Is it wrong? If their cause of deaths are wrong... Another look at the other one. In some cases, I'm just not sure how to classify these. But the good news is I was able to get a clear shot of him falling overboard. I guess it's entirely possible he might have died on impact in the water. He was a topman after. Still pretty confident he's the topman. With that in mind, and yeah, he could have very easily gotten killed upon landing with the water, because remember, it's a very long fall. While it's not technically accurate that falling at long distance in the water is the same as in concrete, it is nonetheless an extremely fatal situation if it's far enough.
Someone shoot the damn thing!
maybe one of the bullets went through here, and that's what led it to being here? Oh my, so that'd be... I miscalculated, it's actually a bullet that he was shot by. It's spear in hand, so it wasn't spear. I had to absolutely spiked. It's also possible Charles was fired and shot, but not by the projector. Oh, that actually might have been right. I knew it. That was a really tricky one. All currently solvable fates are correct. Dang, I can't believe I missed that. Fell overboard. Yeah, so I had their names right the whole time, it's just their causes of death was wrong. And with that, we have 58 out of 60 fates determined. There's nothing left to do on the Obra Dinn. I already wanted to continue, maybe solve it with whatever's next, but... No, I knew that this isn't the kind of game that would. This game specifically marked which ones could not yet be solved, and these weren't in that list, which means I've now solved everything I possibly. I'm gonna say this one was genuinely tricky. It's a good thing I was thinking, well, maybe what bullet went through, because only when I took a closer look did I realize, wait, no, he was shot. That one was I'm gonna be honest, that one was mean. And all those people getting spiked, and this one was just someone missed and shot the other guy by mistake. Now granted, there's been plenty of accidental deaths like that on the ship so far, but this was absolutely one that I really had to pay close attention to. I guess it makes sense. They wanted to make sure I was on my toes for it.
We should go. Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back.
But don't worry, we don't need to come back.
Finally. Sit down so you don't fall out.
Now, we've solved everything possible now, which means we're gonna meet with our buddy Henry Evans and learn the truth about what this quote-unquote bargain chapter is all about. 1 week later. Honorable East India Insurance estimate for the Obra Dinn. Calamitous events at sea, prepared by the Company of Office. Damage in a squall, Atlantic, sunk in a storm. Payout, man. All cargo lost, payout. Cargo crash. All payout, all cargo lost. Captain. Fate took himself out with his motor. Fate, estate fortified the crew. William Hoskett. Shot. Attempted mutiny. Estate fined. Findings murder of 2 crewmates. Attempted mutiny. Theft of cargo. Edward Nichols. On peril, unknown, findings of merit, extraordinary valor, exceptional performance duties, estate awarded, wages and reward. Clubbed by findings, murder of a crew, estate fine, halves, part by a beast, findings of merit, exceptional performance duties, estate awarded. Charles Minor, torn by a beast, criminal findings, estate unknown, expense claim. Henry Evans, alive in Africa, findings of demerit, abandonment of crew and vessel, estate awarded, outstanding wages. Findings of demerit, abandoned the crew and vessel. Yeah, but he got out. He's one of the few people who got out alive, so. James Wallace, Sergeant. He was decapitated by a beast. Findings of merit extraordinary. Oh, Charles Minor. To be fair, the Charles Minor's murder was a complete accident. I think his estate could reasonably claim it was accidental. State of James Wallace and state awarded findings of merit extraordinary valor. Winston Smith, findings of merit extraordinary valor. Oh yeah, of course he gets one of the bigger. His family gets one of the bigger awards as they deserve. Fate spiked, state unknown, outstanding wages donated to pension fund. The cook struck by a tail, state awarded out. Emil the butcher, spiked findings of merit, exceptional performance of duties. Christian Wolf Gunner, exceptional performance of duties. Olius Waiter, criminal findings, murder of a crewmate, and attempted mutiny. Duncan McKay the pursuer. He was eaten by a monster. Findings of demerits, abandoned the crew and vessel. State. Oh. Finley Dalton the helmsman. Nothing special noted here. Crushed. The artist was crushed by a beast. Ooh. Abigail. Crushed by rigging, no claim made. Passenger, no claim made. Emily Jackson, alive in Africa, criminal findings, murder of a crewmate, findings of demerit, abandonment of crew and vessel, fined. Jane Bird, alive in Africa, findings of demerit, abandoned the crew and vessel, estate fined. Fate Claude, no claim. Bengsia, burned, criminal findings, murder of a crewmate, estate unknown. Spiked, criminal findings, murder, unknown. Sing Lao, no claim made. Well, at least his name was cleared for the crime he didn't commit. Gong Spati. Yeah. State awarded outstanding wages. Philip Dahl, the captain steward, unknown. Findings of failure to perform duties. Exceptional performance of duties. We'll find Samuel Gilligan, attempted mutiny. Theft of cargo. Roderick Anderson, crushed cannon, state of war. Davy James, alive in Africa, finds demerit, abandoned the crew and vessel. Peter Milroy, exploded, extraordinary valor. May have been accidental, but nonetheless he did sacrifice himself in an attempt to stop the beast. State of war. Lankin midshipman, knifed by a whale. Charles Hirsch, fate burned, findings of merit, extraordinary valor, exceptional performance of duties, estate awarded, outstanding wages and reward. Home fell overboard, findings of merit, exceptional performance of duties, estate awarded. Findings of merit, extraordinary valor. Exceptional performance of duties, the top one. Extreme valor. Yeah, the topman really did a lot of work here. Spear. Fortunately, Li Hong attempted mutiny and theft will go there. Eaten by valor, exceptional performance. Beard. Finding extraordinary valor, exceptional performance. State unknown. Outstanding wages donated to pension fund. Swap. Attempted mutiny. Criminal findings. Attempted mutiny. Fine. Leonard. Murder of crewmate, estate unknown. Fate. Theft of cargo. Oh yeah. Attempted mutiny. Theft of cargo. Nathan Peters. Murder of crewmate. Findings of demerit. Yes. Yeah, this whole thing was kind of fucked. Just look at how the fact that basically everyone here, Either went out like a champ or ended up becoming a murderer or attempted a mutiny or theft of the relic, the shell relic of some sort. Alright, Lars Linde. State awarded wages. Naples was killed by the sword. Findings of merit, exceptional performance of duties. Yeah, John Naples. This is where he was killed by the illness, death of illness. Outstanding wages donated to pension fund. Acceptable. This. So, spiked. State unknown. The pension fund. Ray Brennan. And yes. Yeah, so basically 3 of those guys that were eaten by the monster were trying to escape in the lifeboat, only to find out the hard way that isn't happening. Hagen. Attempted mutiny and theft of cargo. Surely. Again, findings of merit, extraordinary valor, estate awarded. Fresh cargo, estate award. The preliminary draft of this assessment has been approved by the Royal Trade Guarantor. On behalf of the Honorable East India Company, I hereby file statements are accurate. I declare this mess closed in its entirety. The Chief Inspector. AG. Pocket watch remains in your possession. This book returns to its original owner, Henry Evans in Morocco, as requested. One year later. Dang, that's quite the time skip. Oh, looks like we're in our office. I'm having a nice cup of tea. I guess that's how you know how British I am.
Coming. Oh, goodness. What a night this. You know, you should be out in it then. Right, well, get yourself home then. And tell Father I said hello.
Subtitle.
Can you believe it? A package at this hour. Oh, the thing smells just dreadful. Better you don't open it inside. I'll be turning in now. Tea's in the kitchen if you need more.
That our mom or the... Ah, package. What is this, then? What's this? Chief Inspector. I write to you with the unfortunate news that Dr. Evans has passed away. He succumbed to his illness shortly after receiving your package. He was very pleased with their correspondence and asked that his gratitude be expressed by returning the book to you, along with the means to complete it. As for the 3 of us that remain, the Obra Dinn's distant memory and a dreadful chapter in our lives we wish to forget. Don't write back. Regards, Jane Bird. Tale belongs to you now. Please finish it. Bargain. Lazarette. What is this? Whatever it was, it made the whole thing smell bad. This looks like a claw. Alright, looks like we're back. Fortunately, I'm not sure what disconnected me. My internet was... I checked my internet and everything was fine. And Discord didn't disconnect or anything. Ignored its Steam, and yet my stream just cut out. So if you're watching this, that means I recorded this separately and edited the others, which is unfortunate because there was actually a package. The letter was in the middle here, the book was there, and the monkey's paw was over there. Which I was trying to figure out what it was for a moment, until I realized this. The bargain. I have 5.
There you are. Collect your things. Where's the key? To that door. Gone. Damn. There's no time. We need to go. Right. Here you go. What are you up to? Nothing, Bruce.
Now I know the fate of the monkey. And notably, Henry Evans is the one who killed it. As you can see, the third mate and the captain's steward are all dead. What is going on here? We're getting power 4 or 5.
A third shell. The captain didn't toss them all. Leave it. Help me lift this. Stop! Why? Well, set you free. Give it the shell. Here. Do it. Hoist it out. To the main deck. Throw it over. Lock the door when you leave. Get the tail, boy.
Fortunately, I had to go through...
Turn. The ship. The Obra Dinn. See it home.
that explains why the Obra Dinn made it to the waters. Since they gave back the shell, they gave it back to the ocean in return. It allowed them to return it home. Of course, whether or not there were actually people on it was not part of the bargain, but to be fair, it was a mutiny at the end that caused last to. Yeah. Now you might be tempted to look at this body, but no, we have one over here to look at first. Fortunately, when I first did this, I was one or two of these in. I noticed you have to do them all in order before you can do them.
Withdraw the Kraken, or I will kill you all!
Unfortunately, I had to go through all of them before I could restart it and go back to do the recording here to attach to the end here. Not the most satisfying way to do a finale, unfortunately, especially with a game that's been as good as this, but it's happened sometimes. And again, you're probably thinking, ooh, let's do this, and that's what I thought next, but no, I wasn't supposed to do him next. It was this one, in fact. Bargain, part 2 of 5.
Call it off, damn you! This is your Kraken! You brought it here! Send it back!
An unholy creature's defiant shrieks were greeted by a fatal bullet. Captured beast fought against his jailer and was speared for the trouble. This explains why the captain thought they scared it off by taking out the mermaids it was here for. And this does explain it. It was because they took the captured mermaids captive that the soldiers of the sea came in the first place. And by extension, why the, what's it called? By extension, why the Kraken came once the soldiers were defeated. At that point, they decided, screw it. If our regular soldiers are just gonna get slaughtered, let's just bring out the big guns. They're not gonna be able to take out the Kraken. But of course, now, You get the big one. This also explains why we couldn't get into here before. The key for it was already gone. This also explains why only one of those was open.
Quicksilver.
Burned alive, just like Bang was. With the divine fire, the Quicksilver. He made the mistake of opening it. Here we are. Achievement unlocked. Obra done. All fates unlocked. The captain's steward had burned to death from the magic. Spiked by a terrible beast. So it seems it was cursed from the beginning. The captain had taken either they had carried it either intentionally or unintentionally. They had taken the cursed shell artifacts. It's entirely possible the captain had thrown some of them overboard, but he kept one. Of course, the cargo here could simply be taken as an accident, and of course, bitter cold is to be expected. These could easily be written off as natural disasters, but natural deaths, but the murder. This is definitely when a sign of things to come, because a murder was done and someone else was framed specifically so that for second mate and those guys during the calling could try and escape. It even says here, or they have to get out of there with it before the Obra Dinn notices them, but because that was a relic, and the Formosan royalty knew about the artifact as well. The unholy captives, after they all came back, they were all taken in. The mermaids were all taken in as prisoners. The soldiers of the sea came in because they weren't too happy about that. So the implication seems to be that the soldiers of the sea were responsible for the storm as well, and they attacked everyone they could, but then they were defeated. Then the sea, or whatever creature is responsible, Sidon, Thulu, whatever, they decided, okay, we're bringing out we're bringing out the big guns for this. Thus, the Kraken attacked and took out virtually the grand majority of the people right then and there. The only way to do it was to bargain with the mermaids in the sea, giving back precisely what they wanted. Return the slab. And indeed, that seems to be the case of what happened here. And of course, during the escape, Evans and the passengers decided, screw it, we'll just get out of here. And of course, this is where everyone got pissed off and the mutinies occurred. The captain decided to just let them go, I guess. He could have attacked, but he decided no. Of course, the bargain was to allow the Obra Dinn to go home, to be brought home, which they ultimately did, but unfortunately the mutiny and the captain ensured that even the remaining survivors would not make it. Thus, was the end. Thus leading us to back where we came on, with the Obra Dinn floating back into British waters despite nobody on the crew being there at all. Thus, the insurance agent of the East India Trading Company record exactly what happened. The end. That was a genuinely great game, and I'm glad that I was able to. I did have to do some guessing and checking here and there. But for the most part. Oh, for my dad. Aw, that's sweet of them. I do appreciate the Age of Exploration theme to it. And I do think it really had good pacing, starting out with what seemed like, oh, a simple mutiny. But as soon as you see the Kraken, you think, ooh, things are a bit more complicated here than expected, huh? And thus we end up getting these strange creatures and cursed artifacts. even still, by and large, it was pretty nice, and especially since for situations like when I discovered, oh wait, that person was shot, he wasn't killed by the monster. Someone missed and shot him. Dang, that was stuff like that is real. Character voices. Dang. I really think everyone here did a pretty good job. To an extent, they all had pretty exaggerated accents, but that was pretty clearly intentional to help you deduce who was from what nation where possible. And there was definitely a good variety of colorful characters on this ship. Each, you could, even from just the snippets of voice act, you could tell each person had a lot of personality to them, and I quite like that. Really glad they were able to get all that in. This was definitely a very short and sweet game. I mentioned at the start that Papers, Please made me feel that Lucas Pope can do a lot with very little, and this game really continues that, because at the end of the day, it's just a single ship, but a few different, a bunch of different people dead, and a big puzzle we all slowly put back together. Even characters that only really talk in one or two scenes still feel like they have a lot of personality with them. Lucas Pope really chose the voice actors really well and gave good direction on what to do. Well, I'm glad they got a good amount of language consult. I did notice there was a handful of different languages there, but I can't tell you how accurate most of them are. Thank you for playing. Here we are. Let's see. That reminds me. Are there any more achievements to get? Interesting. Actually, interesting. Well, I can worry about those later. For now, I've officially completed the game and solved all mysteries. As such, I'm going to go ahead and mark this game as done. And as I said, I really loved the intrigue and mystery behind it all, as well as the way it naturally opened up in an organic manner. Not the best at wording it, I guess, and hopefully I'll get better as I continue to do it, but yeah. This is definitely one of my favorite mystery games I've done on the channel so far, and I've done a good amount of them. Well, until next time, thank you for watching, hope you had a good time. So you're probably watching this on YouTube. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. You are statistically more likely to do so if I mention it. Thank you, and I'll see you later.